Hey YouTube, we're going to put on some chapstick and we're going to do some dupes today. I decluttered my blushes again because a few of the Natasha Denona blush duos, a couple of the shades had little white spots in it. And I didn't know if that was mold or not. And I did try to brush it off. And yeah, so then I got to thinking, do I have dupes in my blushes? And so I decluttered the ones that I thought may have had mold on them, and a few others that I knew I just was not going to use. We're going to put on the MAC NC 44.5. I have on minimal skincare because I'm going to wash this off. And the reason I'm doing this is because when I do swatches over bare skin, sometimes it looks a little different over foundation. And so that's why I'm putting this on. And after this video, I will wash this off and then do another video later because I am going to do face swatches. And so that's what we're doing. So this is just evening me out. And I am really digging it. So that's that. Should I put some under my eyes? Does it matter? Probably not. No, it doesn't. You guys know I'm full troll sometimes. And so you guys know what I look like. This one spot right here is so dark after I had that dermatology procedure. And I think it's just how my skin healed. But anyway, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to keep having procedures. I just dropped that brush. I did try to pull out comparable brushes for what I'm going to show you. The first thing I'm going to show you, and I will list below the order that I'm doing these. The first thing we're going to do is the Fenty highlighter in Hunny versus Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick and Bronze. And so this is the Fenty Hunny. That's what that looks like. And yes, I am, rushing because I have a video that's premiering in 20 minutes. And so this is what they look like. So we're going to take, this is just like a flat top, a flat shader, and we're going to swipe this and we're going to put this here. And this is a highlighter. And it does look really nice on me as a highlighter. So that's what that looks like. And now we're going to take, I'm going to put that brush away. This is a flat shader. And this is the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick. And we're going to put that next to it. And actually now this is looking lighter. And you know what? I did swatches last night on my hand. I mean on my arm. And my arm is not the same shade as my face. Because on my arm these look the same. But if I were to go here, which I never do, just take one shade, then it would go a little darker. I always just do the swipe, 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 swipe with this. I never just try to pick one shade. So they did look more like on my arm. But on my face, the Fenty is a little deeper in tone. So this is the Fenty Hunny, and this is Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick in Bronze. So we're going to put both of those down. This is where it's going to get interesting because two of these, I'm duping two Pat McGrath blushes for blushes that are very inexpensive. And I was just like, whoa, wait a minute. So this one here is Paradise Venus. And this is a, what is it? Beaute Blushed Up in Plummy. This I have to go careful because it is like super, super, super deep on me. And I find that I don't use it much because I tend to be really heavy-handed with blushes. But these are what they look like. And again, on my arm, they look identical. Even though looking at them, they don't. So we're going to see what they look like. And also when I did the swatches, I was swiping with the finger and putting it on my arm. And again, my arm is not the same shade as my face, and neither are my fingers, but you get more intensity with your fingers, and then you're pressing and swiping, which is what you don't do to your face. You're using a brush. So those are all things that can play a factor, or things that can be a factor in how things look when you swatch it versus on your face, because those do look different. So again, this is Paradise Venus. And so we're going to swipe. And I do have 2 of these brushes, which is great. Her blushes are pigmented, but they are powdery. And we're going to put this right here. I should have put the highlighters up here too. And I thought to do that, but then I didn't. There is like so much kick up in here, but I'm just going to close her up, put that brush down, take a clean one. And again, this is Plummy from Beaute. And we're going to, and this is not powdery like Pat's is, but it's super pigmented. Watch this. Oh my gosh, these are making a liar out of me. On my arm, they look the same. What the farfadugan? Wait a minute. This is fun though. Like, this is like, what is happening? Like, this is not how this looked yesterday. This is the Pat McGrath. And so you see what I mean? How deep this is on me? And I do like it on me. I just have to be like super, super, super careful. All right, I'm gonna leave these here in case I got mixed up along the line, because I could have swore they were dupes, and I'm thinking I'm about to show y'all something. Joke's on me. This is Lovestruck Pat McGrath. Maybe that was that one. Let me see. Oh my Lord. All right, I'm gonna leave a space just in case. Leave a space just in case. So these are these 2. This might have been it. This might have been it. So we're gonna put Lovestruck here. And we were going to, well, I was going to do that against CoverGirl TruBlend So Flushed 360 Sweet Seduction. And so these are the 2 that I thought were going to be dupes, but we're going to see. So we're taking a flat shader brush and going into Lovestruck. This is so funny to me. And we're going to put that, that is a lot lighter than Plummy. Yo, okay. Maybe I was partially in the dark when I was doing this last night. Because these are not. I am tickled here, can you tell? And now we're going to take the CoverGirl 360 Sweet Seduction. This is really funny to me. So this one, okay. All right, this one brought back my honesty. Yeah. Okay, so at least we got one, because these were different, these 2 are different. So this is CoverGirl 360 Sweet Seduction right here, and Pat McGrath Lovestruck right here. So if you want to dupe out Lovestruck, CoverGirl Sweet Seduction, because yeah, that is a dupe, a very inexpensive dupe. Pat McGrath, CoverGirl. You can tell there's a difference, but is it really that much of a difference? If you put one on each cheek, would anybody notice? If I didn't tell you that these were different, you didn't see me apply them, would you know that those were different? All right, I feel justified now. All right, because the other 2, I was like, oh. We're going to, this is the last one, LYS Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush in Confident, this shade, and we're going to dupe that with Stila's Convertible Color in Cameilla. This is the cream version of Desert Orchid, and so I probably should have pulled that out too, to show you. And why is this looking like that? You know why? Because I usually use a brush, so you see the circle part, and then I use the Q-tip where you see the swipe, which is what I used for the swatches. So we're going to see, oh Lord. All right, so we're going to go in with a flat type concealer brush, and this is again LYS Confident, and we're going to put this here. And we're going to blend it because it is a cream, so it blends differently than a powder. And even though the Cameilla is the cream form to me in color as Desert Orchid, that's a powder, so that's why I didn't pull that out. And we're going to take another concealer brush and we're going to swipe in Cameilla, and we're going to put that here. Yeah, okay. So this made a liar out of me. These two did. These didn't. These didn't. Okay. So here we go. So if you don't want to buy LYS, or you want to try this Stila, and you like the color of Confident in LYS, yeah, don't they look the same? When you turn this way, this is a little more reddish, and this is more of like a peachy undertone. But this angle, I don't know, this looks a little darker, but it might be just a shadow over there. You know what I mean? But I would say those are dupes. I would say that. And so that'll be it for this portion. Let me know what you think. So if you want to dupe Pat's Lovestruck, CoverGirl, and Sweet Seduction, a fraction of the cost. If you want to dupe LYS Confident, you have Cameilla in Stila's convertible color. Even though I think they're kind of priced around the same. But whoever has the best sell at the time, that's the one I would say get if that color is your thing. So thank you, and you will see me really soon. Hey YouTube, I have chapstick on from earlier. I'm not going to put it on again because we're going to wipe it off, and I'm going to do lip swatch whatchamajiggets, dupes. And so today is October 20th. So I'm wiping off chapstick. Yes, I'm rubbing my lips raw with paper towels here. So when I was looking at my collection, I realized, because most of us, we have a preference, we have a tendency to similar color stories. And so I was looking at my stuff because remember when I did my lippy declutter and half the container was gone after I decluttered? It's full again. There's like this much space left. And so I'm like, what is duped here? Even though everything is fairly new, so they're all staying, but I just wanted to give you some options. We have MAC Retro Matte Lip Color, and this one is in the High Drama. And this is Fenty Stunna in Undefeated. I do think the MAC is a little bit darker, but we're going to see. So we're going to do these two first. I should do them well, we'll do them first because the other dupes is just two glosses, and so that'll be easy. And so we're shaking up our liquid lippies. So we're going to put the MAC on one side. This is High Drama. Oh, I love a dark lip. I'm not going to be precise. We're just slapping it on just to see the color. It is buildable. So when you have gaps or your lips are two different colors like mine, you see how this is pink inside here and this whole thing is tan? Sort of like my face, like how this is warm, bordering olive, and down here it's still warm but leaning neutral. So I guess it makes sense that my top lip matches my forehead area and the bottom lip matches the lower half of my face. So that is that. And yes, I am aware it looks patchy. And if I were doing a look, I would just keep going back and forth to get it to spread evenly. Or just put more on the brush in the first place. So that is that one. The prices are comparable. I get MAC when their stuff is 30% off. I get Fenty when they have 25% plus off. So it's still comparable. So we're shaking up the Fenty Stunna. Hands down, the Fenty Stunnas are my favorite liquid lips. This is not going to be the same. The formula is nice. And also the applicator is just so freaking smooth. And I get full saturation. I don't have to go back and forth like how I had to keep dipping in with the MAC one. All my other liquid lips I have to dip back in as well. The Fenty one I don't. This is still off of the first pull out. Laugh with me, Ash. One pull out and we got that. So similar, yes, but not dupes. Not at all. This is more of a brown burgundy. This is definitely purple. Love them both. Love them both. All right, let's Did y'all hear that squeak? Like when you're testing like a plastic bowl to see if it's clean, and it squeak, squeak. That's what my lipstick did. It went skirt. Wow. This stuff stays. Someone mentioned that I asked if they prefer bullets or liquid lipsticks. I'm gonna put on, oh goodness, a little bit of chapstick because we're putting on glosses, and so it'll just glide right over it anyway. But my lips are like, oh, thank you, we love you, even though you just ruined us. And I meant to say, and I didn't think of it till later, that because she said because liquid lipsticks are harder to remove, and for me they're not, because I use a makeup remover wipe and I put my micellar water on it, and that's what I use to wipe it off, and it just comes right off. And so I'm going to mention that to her. And so for those of you who don't prefer liquid lipsticks, they're harder to get off, if you just do like I did with paper towel, you will rub your lips raw. You will do that. But if you use a makeup remover wipe, even that by itself is easier to get off. Easier still is putting a little micellar water on the makeup remover wipe, or even on a cotton square thing. And so that's how I remove them, and it comes off really easily. These two items here, this is a Stila gloss, and for a long time I was saying Beauty Boss because it says Beauty Boss here, but the shade is Blue Sky. The shade is on the bottom. And so some angles it looks purple, but then some angles it looks blue. And so when I was looking at it, I'm like, this looks similar to Pat's gloss in Astral Moonflower. And so I was like, And so we're going to just try it just to see. And so I'm not sure if they will look the same or different, but we're going to put them on and find out, because some angles it does, but then some it doesn't. And both of them seem to have like a dual chrome type thing going on. So we're going to see. This is the Stila Blue Sky. And we are putting it over chapstick, which is clear. So it doesn't matter if your lips are completely dry or not, because the gloss is going to show up how it shows up over chapstick because it's clear, or your bare lip. And these are so smooth. And I got that on the sale too, I think. And I got the Pat one on sale, of course. I only get Pat when she's on sale. And this is Astral Moonflower. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I usually only use the Pat glosses to top a dark lipstick. I use Stila on their own and to top. But y'all, why Stila got more color than Pat? And they both feel the same as far as application. They both feel smooth. Neither one are sticky. Neither one are goopy. So they are not dupes. Stila definitely has more color than Pat. And even though it looks like Pat would be blue, you see the purple shimmer, purple pink shimmer from Stila, this one over here, and all you just see is a little bit of shine from Pat. We're going to do something else. I didn't intend to do this, but I'm excited now. And this is Pat, so it did come off pink. This art is Stila, and that comes off purple. So on paper, this is Pat, this is Stila. So it looks the same on the paper towel, but on my bare lip, you saw that it wasn't. We're going to take, y'all know I want to do a black. You know I want to do a black. We're just going to take this because it's right here. This is the Stila in Undefeated. And hopefully this will dry quick. If not, I'll edit out. Actually, I'm going to edit out putting this on. I did not dip back in, not one time. Tried to get it even since we're doing this experiment thing here. We're going to use lipstick applicators so I don't have to contaminate the gloss. It is dried down, not completely, but still. So we're going to go into the Stila, and we're going to put this on one side. You see this? What? I was going to dip it back in, we're going to throw that away. Let me put my makeup trash bag here, which is a little Sephora bag. We're going to take a clean one. We're going to dip in. I thought I had enough, but apparently, if I would have tapped it, I think I would have had enough because I swiped it. Look at that. She's pretty. I get so excited when stuff looks good. All right, so we're wiping off the Pat wand because we're not going to use that. I have 2 more clean applicators in front of me to use. So we're going to scoop. Ooh, it's scooped up and dripped out. There's some leakage there. Let me not go perverted. So this is Pat. Put that down. It really just... I'm not even going to explain what that looked like. I'm trying to scoop a lot so I can make sure I have enough. This is not wanting to glide like the Stila one did, which is making me think this is tackier over something that's dry. Like over my lips, because my lips wasn't dry, it did glide. But over a dried down liquid lipstick, like this is not gliding, whereas the Stila one did. So I just scooped up some more. Scooped up enough this time that I can glide it over. Dare I say, and y'all see it too, Stila is much more colorful. So even topped, this is the Stila, and this is Pat. I like the Stila one better. Even on its own, it gave more color. Even topping it, it's more blue purple versus purple pink. Whereas Pat is still the same. It's just a little bit of shine. And so I do think from here on out, I am still going to keep it. This is good till October 2023, and this is good till January 2024. I'm going to keep them both. If I realize I'm not using Pat, I'm going to keep it for now. But I have a feeling I'm not going to reach for this much because I see what this one is doing. If I wore them both at the same time, would you notice? Probably not, because you might think it's just the lighting making this side look shinier. Let me know if that surprised you, because it surprised me, because I really thought Pat, and maybe it's just the name or the hype with the brand, that it's like Pat's going to top everything, everywhere, in every category. No. Stila. To me, Stila won this one. Pat's nice, yeah. But the Shimmer and the shifts, I'm going to end this part. This is going to be it for this video. And we'll do other stuff in other videos. And so thank you for being here. This really surprised me. I'm gonna go because I'm just sitting here just like, wow. So thank you for being here, watching the experiment. If you're liking the experiment videos I'm doing and the dupes and the comparison stuff, let me know. And I do have something lined up already. And so, but let me know if you're liking this, whatever this is. And if so, I will make it a point to continue doing them. Keep in mind, I do already have like a palette dupe thing coming up. So aside from that one, if you guys are liking this, I will continue doing this with what I think I have dupes, which my collection is not huge, and so I don't have a lot of them, which is why I'm putting them into one video aside from the other one that's coming up. So I hope that made sense. Am I speaking troll? I'm going to go. You'll see me soon.